you know the 7 deadly sins so well, who are the 2 youngest sins? This is an easy question to answer. But before I actually answer it, tell me who you think the youngest is. Now, Barn, Meliodas, Merlin, and Elizabeth are all thousands of years old, although Elizabeth isn't really part of the 7 deadly sins. Now, way before the actual story of 7 deadly sins started, Merlin had a crush on Meliodas just after Meliodas and Elizabeth had got together after the Holy War. He even struck a deal with the Demon King and Supreme Deity because they wanted her on their side for the Holy War, which was 3,000 years ago. And then of course we have Meliodas, who was a leader of the 10 Commandments from the Holy War of 3,000 years ago. And a part of those 10 Commandments was Gotha of the 7 deadly sins, who was a doll made by the original Gotha of the 10 Commandments. And then we have Barn, who is actually 1,000 years old due to his time spent in purgatory, and time doesn't move the same as it does on the normal planet. He was born on the normal planet and he was like around 20 or 30 years old. But then with the time he spent in purgatory, he was around 1,000 years old. I didn't know the exact age, so I had to Google it. Leaving us with King Dian and Escanor. And just based on this picture, King looks like a kid, but he actually wasn't a kid and he was crushing on a kid Dian. So based on this, you can deduce that King is older than Dian, and yes, 7 deadly predators, whatever. And basically, hundreds of years ago, King left the Fairy King's forest to help his friend who got captured by humans, but then King ended up losing his memory, which is where he then met a young Dian, who is the second youngest of the 7 deadly sins. I don't know how exactly old she is. Google will probably give you an answer, but the youngest of the 7 deadly sins is the second or third strongest of the sins, which is literally Escanor. He was born a normal human, lived a normal human lifespan. That's it. Escanor is the youngest of the 7 deadly sins, but that's why I've got follow for more, even though he actually does look the oldest. But that's why I've got follow for more. Mwah.